Just a disclaimer before I begin this video, it might be a really epic fail because we're going to try and finish off the Redi Cube, but I actually haven't really thought about it that much. I have one plan and one plan only, and if that doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. So let's go. Can Chris finish the 2x2 Redi Cube? Probably not, but we'll try anyway. Okay, so just jumping straight into this puzzle, I'm just going to tell you guys what I think might work. So as you can see, we have these 4 pieces that are not solved. They're oriented incorrectly, and I think they just don't want to work for us. These 2 are definitely incorrect because they're in the right place, just flipped incorrectly. And I'm not so sure about these 3 because this is flipped correctly, but it's not correct if I throw it into the blue slot. It's actually flipped incorrectly. Oh my god, that didn't really teach you anything. Okay, so what I've done is I've lined up the puzzle so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and these edges are all incorrect. These are the ones that I've had problems with, and these are the ones we need to kind of figure out. And my idea is I'm going to break them up and then rematch them flipped round the other way, and hopefully that'll fix something. So it's the white, red, white, blue, yellow, blue. These are the ones that we need to fix. So we're going to start with the white, red, yellow, red, and we need to somehow flip them around so that they just face the other way. That's kind of the idea that I'm getting at. So I'm going to break it up, then put it back. So this is the incorrect one. We need this guy to be flipped over. So what does this mean? If we do this, as you can see, it's now flipped over. Then I can bring this guy down. Oh, that's a pop. If I bring this guy down, and then when we match up, it should be okay. I'm thinking. So we match it up, and it should be the other way around now. I'm not entirely sure if that is the case, but we'll see. Then we slice back. So now we've done that, but I've sort of lost track of which pieces were which. Okay, so here's our problem. We have white and red on top and white and red on top, but I have no clue which one is the correct one. So I'm wondering what if I try and solve it and see how far I can get with the red in the right place. So this is the correct one. Okay, that's good. That's exactly what I needed to know. Because this guy is definitely not correct. There's no way he's going in there. So we've just got to kind of build our way around and get in there really quickly once we've figured out what we've got to do. So what am I going to do? If I'm going to match you up, move you out of the way and break you, then does this mean our red is now good to go? It should do. No, why are you incorrect? That doesn't make any sense. I matched it up properly. I did it exactly how I needed to. That's not okay. Hang on. So theoretically speaking, if I throw my blue in here like this, it's correctly orientated within the slot it needs to be in. So if I now just move this guy out of the way, the red, and slice back, I should be able to put this blue, and I can put the blue in no problem, and it's now oriented correctly. Which is very confusing, because why is the red not correct? So we need to put this guy down here, and then it's oriented correctly within its right slot. So we need to find the next incorrect one, and we can do that quite easily just by building up the puzzle again. So I hope you guys can follow what it is that I'm doing. I know that it probably seems a little bit confusing because I'm not explaining myself that well, but basically I'm just trying to figure out exactly which pieces are wrong and how we go about sorting that out. So this red is incorrect, this red is correct, meaning that this blue should be correct wherever it ends up. So we need to make sure that this becomes the red and this becomes the blue. So I'm going to build the rest of the puzzle with this in mind, just so I can figure out which pieces are wrong, and then we can do something about that. Okay. Oh, this is awesome. So our problem now is we're back at these last three edges. We have our red down here, our blue up here, and then this guy, which needs to be broken up completely. I feel like this is really good, and we can definitely do something here. So I'm going to try and do what I did last time, which is to get three broken edges, and then we solve them in such a way that they all sort themselves out. And in order to do that, I need to break one of my edges, which is just to do this. Come on, don't pop on me, please. There we go. Oh no, what did we do? Oh, hold on. How did we solve this? That was an accident. I didn't mean to do that, but I did. Okay, now we're just back here. So we have two unsolved edges, and we're even closer than we were, which is kind of infuriating. So what I need to do is just break up a random one. I'm going to break up this green one. And we need to make sure we preserve the green. Okay? Does that make any sense at all? So the point of this right now is I need to identify exactly which piece is which. So this is going to be yellow and green, meaning I have to keep this piece in its right orientation. This is the yellow and blue. That needs to stay as it is. I can't be focusing on the incorrect ones. And that means that the yellow and red must be this guy. Because if we were to solve it, then it would go here. If we do it this way, it just doesn't work. So what I'm gonna have to do is slice. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit confusing. If I was to slice like this and do my restoration move, then we end up with two edges. And this is still incorrect. Incorrect, that's not what we wanted to do. I feel like I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this out just because a lot of it is just me kind of messing around with myself. But this is just very, very hard to get my head around. So if I pop you there, I match this guy up, I put down my red, and that's okay, we know that's fine. When we move you back, we have the same issue. The same one issue, it's just two pieces rather than four now. So right now I'm just back at edge pairing, and it's the same story really. I'm not really getting anywhere with this, which is so unfortunate because I really thought we were. And a lot of people in the comments of my previous part said, this is so easy, you should be fine, you'll be able to do this, it's easier than a 4x4, but I don't think it is. This has been a real challenge, and I'm kind of bummed out that we managed to solve the bottom two but not the top two, just because I didn't know how I did it. Maybe I should just give this one more go. Okay, quick update for you guys. I actually managed to scramble up a lot more of the pieces than I wanted to, which is fine, I guess. But we're just working our way through the, oh my goodness, through the last few edges. And I've got my bottom solved, and I'm hoping that our, oh no, we've got a flipped edge here already. Oh no. Yeah, so as you can see, we just have two pieces in the correct place, oriented incorrectly. We are closer than we were, and it took us a very long time indeed, but I don't know where to go from here. I definitely have done something because we had 4 incorrect edges and now we only have 2. In terms of figuring out what that is, I don't know. This is one of the harder puzzles I've had to deal with, and I guess without knowing like a specific algorithm to flip them, or just kind of, you know, I don't quite understand why they're flipped. I don't know if it's that these faces are wrong, so maybe this should be red, this should be blue, and it's just that kind of parity, or whether it's my edge pairing parity, which is what I thought it might be, but it's not in this case, or at least I haven't been able to figure it out. So I guess I really wanted to flip the counter. I wanted this to be 3-0 for 2018, but it looks like it's just gonna stay at 2-1. Okay, so the Redi Cube and the 2x2 squished into one. It's difficult. It's a lot more difficult than you guys commenting over there actually understand, because there's a lot of different things going on. It works like a 4x4 and a 2x2 and a Redi Cube in one puzzle. The 2x2 name comes from these slices, but a lot of you kind of underestimated how difficult having split edges can make a Redi Cube. So yeah, I'm gonna keep hold of this for as long as I have the other puzzles to do. I'm gonna mess around with it, and if I do figure out how I solve this, I will make another video and show you guys. But until then, I think I'm done with this puzzle for now, at least on camera. And it was a fail, but it was a really fun puzzle. I have enjoyed playing around with this a lot. I just couldn't quite get those last two pieces, and yeah, oh well, it happens, and we have our first loss of the year, which is cool. I'm glad I lost it to this one. If you enjoyed the video, remember, give it a like, leave a comment below if you have any suggestions for how I solve this guy, and of course subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day.